All right, y'all. Today's the day. Tonight, after the bell, SpaceX reports, and it's its first ever earnings as a public company. And I want to give you everything you need to know before that happens. All right, first, where's the stock right now? So, yesterday, SpaceX hit a brand new all time low of 104.83. And then something interesting happened. Elon Musk went on X and replied, I think so, to someone who called the dip an insane buying opportunity. So the stock bounced nearly 6% off that low. It closed around 114. Now, this morning, it was hiking up, sitting around. And I'm not saying Elon posted on X is a trading signal, right? But what I am saying is that the man who owns more of this company than anyone else on the earth just called the dip an opportunity. Well, that's worth noting. Okay. Now, here's what Wall Street's expecting tonight. Analysts expect revenue of roughly 6.9 billion and a loss of 23 cents per share. But here's the thing: the actual numbers matter less than what Elon says on the call. Here's three things we want to watch for. Okay. Number one, Starlink. Subscribers have doubled from 5 million a year. That was a year ago to 10.3 million a year today. Is that growth still accelerating? Hell yeah, it is. That's your bull case. Number two, the AI segment. It lost nearly 2.5 billion last quarter. Wall Street needs a roadmap to profitability, not just more spending. Number three, Elon's tone and guidance, his confidence level on that call, and what happens tonight will move this stock more than any single number. All right, now here's the wild card. A lot of people aren't even talking about. SpaceX and Amazon just drove an EchoStar unit into bankruptcy. Remember EchoStar, the company that owned a piece of SpaceX and surged when SpaceX listed? They got pushed into bankruptcy by SpaceX and Amazon, competing against them in the satellite business. The empire is not just growing, it is eliminating competition along the way. One more headline from last week, right? Worth knowing. House Energy Committee demanded SpaceX allow them to tour its AI centers in Memphis. Congressional oversight of SpaceX AI infrastructure. That is so hard to say. Why such big words? All right. That's a new chapter in this story, and it's going to come up on tonight's call. So we're going to be watching for that. All right. Now, here's the number that might scare y'all, but it should not. Options traders are pricing in $225 billion swing in SpaceX's market value from tonight's earnings report. 225 billion in one night. That is how high the stakes are on this call. Up or down, the stock's going to move. So get ready. Here's a game plan. I'll say it's my game plan, right? Don't trade the after hours reaction. It is the most emotional and unreliable price action of any session so far. Wait for tomorrow morning. Let the dust open. Let the dust settle. See where it opens. Then on August 6th, first lockup unlock hits. 911 million shares are going to become eligible to share. That is your 2-day window. Earnings tonight, supply Thursday. Watch reaction, full SpaceX report archive that I put out back before this whole thing got started. And y'all, look, I want to share something personal here. I've got a software here that gave me a buy signal going into yesterday's close. And I'm going to share that real quick. Let me grab the screen and share it. Where to go? Where to go? Here we go. There it is. Okay. All right. So we got a buy signal down here. You see that little, I have to put some circle on that for y'all, a little triangle down at the bottom going into the close yesterday. All right. That was around the 110 area, and it's done nothing but go up since then, trading around 123 right now. And so, all important things about what we could potentially see. These numbers are critical. We have to pay attention to the numbers. All right. Where the low was made and around the 104 area and what's going on right now. Now, that was a $13 move from that signal. And I'm not telling you what to do with your money. That this is not financial advice, but I'm telling you, when you've got a piece of software that lines up with what the CEO is saying, uh, based on something he posted on X, I'm just going to say it. That's a confluence of signals worth paying attention to. All right, y'all. I'm Jeanette Sims. We'll all be checking it out tonight, and I'll be back to give you my take on what happens. And remember, trade thirsty, my friends.